to Commons and the City, the jury selected a project titled the Trichy Commons Network by Kapilan and Vijay Kumar. They too will receive a cash prize of 75,000 rupees. We know that a group of citizens in Trichy have been closely following the developments in this project. So congratulations Kapilan and Vijay, some good news to tell your stakeholders. I request Bill McIlroy to speak about this project.
Hello, I'm Bill McElroy, an architect and urban designer based in Boston, Massachusetts. The Trichy Commons Network proposal was one of the most impressive submissions across the whole Z-Axis competition. It was the unanimous choice to receive the award for the best project in the threshold category B, Commons in the City. It is a project of design intelligence and legibility. It identifies an urban condition that applies to many cities and towns, not only across India but around the world. On the periphery of Trichy, the Uakondian Canal is transformed from a disadvantaged, thoroughly neglected sewage dump that acts as a dividing line in the community into an asset where the revitalized canal becomes an agent of connection for the people who live beside it. The proposal works across several scales in many ways through a series of interventions. Together they act as a catalyst that could trigger major positive change over time. The scheme's originality is in its combination of seemingly incompatible urban elements. At the large scale, working at the level of urban infrastructure and landscape urbanism, a wastewater management and rainwater facility is proposed. It harvests and filters polluted water and reintroduces the treated water back into the canal. The clean water also irrigates the newly planted Miyawaki forest plantation along its banks. Located next to the waste management complex is a community meeting hall with a diverse educational and cultural program, including a library with internet access. A third element is a public open space incorporating child's playground and a youth area. Other fine-scaled urban elements include a pedestrian and cycling bridge linking both sides of the canal and a series of small platforms at the end of the neighborhood streets overlooking the canal for informal gatherings. During our jury deliberations, my colleagues and I had an active discussion about the meaning and symbolism of the light metal fencing indicated in the project's three-dimensional drawings. To secure the space was seen as necessary, but surely for this place to be a community resource for everyone, its borders needed to be broken down. We wondered if a more subtle solution could be thought of. One way to think of this concern could be to rearrange the combination of elements. If the children's play space and volleyball court were reconfigured into a courtyard, a kind of outdoor room, they could be bounded by the waste management building and the meeting hall. A compound would then be created where the public space would be embraced by the buildings rather than merely being fenced. I noticed in the comprehensive video and a photograph of the existing conditions on the first sheet of the submission, a religious building located on the neighborhood side of the canal bank. This archaic building has a monolithic resonance that I feel the present architectural language of the scheme could be inspired by in a contemporary way. This small but monumental simple ghat structure has a civic presence that the wastewater plant and meeting hall deserve. Notwithstanding, this project has an expansiveness about it that is both based in gritty realism and a forward-looking spirit. Its authors paid special attention to its context. It is a critique against the routine master planning attitude. Instead, it is based on an approach that works at the intersection of urbanism and environmental responsibility through citizen activism. In recognizing this project, we offer our support for its continuation and final implementation.